few years ago, I had the great pleasure, the great honor of recording the vocals to this song with the legendary Mavis Staples. And one of the reasons why Mavis Staples is such an interesting, such an important, legendary figure to me, and to a lot of people, I suppose, is, you may or may not be aware, Mavis Staples, when she was very young, she used to sing with her father, Pop Staples, and her brothers and sisters, the Staples Singers, before the civil rights movement in America in the 1960s. And I say this everywhere we go, wherever we are in the world, and it always gets an incredible reaction. But that civil rights movement in the 1960s that Mavis used to sing in, that directly inspired the civil rights movement that took place here in Northern Ireland. Which is an incredible example of what communities can do when they come together. And I wrote this song in kind of what felt like a dark moment, to kind of ask myself the question and remind myself that very small things can have very, very powerful impacts. And very, very small gestures can have powerful consequences, can be powerful things. And on the micro, just two people who know each other and who say, you know, in the same way that we show up every single day with the people that we know and we love in our lives, and we say, hey, I see you and I recognize your experience, I see what you're going through, and I love you. And we do that all the time. And we're engaging with our natural compassion and our natural empathy. That's something so small on the micro, but on the macro, that changes things forever. When that's done by a lot of people at the same time, that changes the fucking world, you know? And it's not lofty and it's not complicated. It's just like people showing up for each other. In the same way, like in our liberal democracies, we decided in the 20th century, we all kind of did that together, I guess, and decided, okay, maybe something as simple as women should be afforded the right to vote. Or have control of their reproductive cycles, you know? Or maybe that we would want our siblings in the LGBTQ+ community to have the same rights as us. Well, you know, in the 1980s, when enough people just decided that they weren't going to buy products from apartheid South Africa at the time. And it's no longer apartheid South Africa. Or like how around the world, and I'm sure here, in our democracies, as we're represented nationally and we're represented internationally, people can and people do and continue to, and I urge you to, if you're moved to, contact your representation and say, hey, you know, I can't stomach to see this level of bombardment of Gaza. And then maybe peace cannot be bombed its way too, you know? And so that's all I mean when I say about power, you know, and how simple that can be. And we can say to our representation, hey, you know, could you represent us in our compassion and our empathy and our love and our sorrow and our fucking grief in the nightmares that we're witnessing day after day and week after week. But thank you so much for hearing me through anyway, you know. It's not the waking, it's the rising. It is the grounding of a full uncompromising. It's not forgoing of a light. It's not the opening of eyes. It's not the waking, it's the rising. It's not the shade we should be past. It's the light and it's the obstacle that casts. It's the heat that drives our light. It's the fire that ignites. It's not the waking, it's the rising. It's not the soul, it is the singing. the hearing of a human spirit raining. It is the bringing of a line. It is the bearing of a rhyme. It's not the wake, it's the rising. I could cry.
That we deny, I keep divided by. It's not the way it's right.
I could cry.
And I could cry.